Hey everybody, Penguin here. I'll be posting this on both the Stroke Group and my YouTube channel about my adventures today. And I say adventure because it really was. I kind of want to elaborate on that a little bit. I'm on disability and I get a stipend for my son because at the time I had my stroke, he was only uh, 14 or 15 years old. And so I would get a stipend for him. Now, and for all you guys who do have children and on disability, look into that because you can get benefits uh, because of your children. I'm not sure how much you would get or anything like that, and I'm not going to elaborate on that, but definitely something to look into. Well, starting in October, we didn't get his stipend for the month, and they pay after the fact, so that would come in on early November. And it didn't come in, so we went to see why. Well, they didn't pay it because, or no, excuse me, hang on a second. Let me backtrack and think how this was. They didn't pay us October's. On the 3rd is when I get my check, and it was supposed to come in on the 3rd, and it didn't. So we went to inquire why. We were told because he turns 18 during the month of October. So we explained yes, but that would affect November's payment, not October's, because October is for September. We got all that straightened out, and they gave us a paper check, and we had to go cash it. Okay. The same time we were there, we filed paperwork because he's homeschooled. I still teach him. My mind is still there. I can do that. So I homeschool him, and he will be homeschooled for another year. And that filing those papers meant that he will continue to get his stipend until one of two things: until he turns 19 and 2 months, or he files for disability himself or gets benefits himself, which we will start doing. He is deaf in one ear, deaf. He is blind in one eye, and has no vision, so he meets the standards. We're processing all that. Well, so we took care of that. He didn't get the check in the month of November. Well, the reason for that was my address got changed. My address actually got changed to this is the weird part. It got changed to where I used to live in Florida, their SSI office there. That's what the address got changed to. So it bounced back to check electronically for whatever reason. And they sent a paper check out and it went back to that office. Why? Couldn't explain it. So we did the address change there. Same thing happened in December. We had to go. That one was okay because the one in the beginning of January. No, I'm back up. The one in December they actually did electronically, so we got it like 24 hours later, which was fine. So this month is where it actually gets interesting. This month they said, well, we didn't file all the paperwork. So we went into the office. You have to sit there at this place for you're not going to be there for any less than 3 or 4 hours, no less. Well, we don't have all the documentation. What else do you need? And then he told us, he said, well, we filed all that. Well, we don't have it. Well, I'm sorry, but here's the copy of the paperwork stamped by your people here in this office showing that we turned it in on this date. They didn't know what to say. So now it was a case of I had to give them a copy of the intent letter that he's being homeschooled. So I went home, didn't have my laptop there, went home, found the original letter that I filed back in October, printed that out so it had October's dates on it, took it back up there. So now they have to review it and see if there's anything else they need. They're talking about they need my credentials, my degrees and stuff like that. They need the course, the curriculum, and all this, which I understand, but hey, all this you could let me know back in October or past 3 months that you needed all this and not wait till now when you don't count on not getting a check or electronic, however you want to say it, not getting a deposit. That's when you count on that for expenses. You count on that for expenses. When you don't get it, it throws a wrench into everything and it becomes a critical situation. So the state of Georgia doesn't require all that. All they require is the letter of intent that you're homeschooling. They don't care about what the curriculum is or anything like that. I don't have to send in test scores. It's really weird, but they just brush it aside. Federal government says they want all this information. Okay, fine. Well, I need to know, I can get you that before next month. But what I need to know is, what do I do now? How do I get this check that I'm missing? So they said they're going to review it, and they're going to call us tomorrow, and I'll know something in the next 24 to 48 hours, whatever. I mean, it's so frustrating because you do everything that you're asked to do. And you even prove them wrong on them dropping the ball through their end. And for 3 months, my address got changed, for 3 months this went on. And what was it this time? Well, we don't have his bank account information. Well, for the last couple of years, it's been deposited into my wife's account. She's the payee for it. Well, now he's 18, he needs to have his own. Why couldn't you have told me this back in October or November or December? So he does have his own bank account, and we just gave him that routing number to make sure everything was up to date there. So that's not a problem. But it just doesn't make sense how they give you this much information only to have to make you come back to give you a little bit more information, to make you have to come back for a little bit more information. Why can't they just tell you what you need? This place would be so much easier. People wouldn't have to sit there for 4 or 5 hours or 3 or 4 hours. Today we were 4.5 hours today. And then we had to come home and print that out and go back. Fortunately, we didn't have to sit because we got the lady's name. And when we went back, we were just required to say we need to talk to her and made that happen. So we were only there maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 at the most. Wasn't very long. But now they have all this information, so it just makes you wonder, what else am I going to need? I mean, you can't jump the gun on it. I mean, I'm going to get all the curriculum stuff together. That part I know. But, I mean, what else are you going to require? And it's the same that a lot of people face trying to get disability. Well, we need this. Okay, give this. Well, we need this. Okay, I'm giving you this. But we need this. I'm giving you. Why not say, okay, we need this, 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 this? It would just make everybody's lives easier. And I don't understand why. And, people are going to say, well, it's the president. I don't know. You can't blame the president. You can't blame the previous president or the previous president. This is just the way the actual government that is really, it deals with the executive branch, but it doesn't really deal with the executive branch. This is actually how they run things. And it's been that way for years. They just keep you dragging along enough to pick and pick and pick. And people wonder why everything is so messed up and so bad. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. And I don't know. I'm going to deal with this. Hopefully a phone call tomorrow tells us that the money will be coming in soon. Or we got to, kind of like your brain after you have a stroke, it has to reroute things and learn how to do things differently. And then we're going to have to suck that up for a month or so. But anyway, I just wanted to vent, and I appreciate everybody listening. This is Penguin, a.k.a. Jeff. Be somebody important. Be yourself. Peace out.